Hey, it's Daddy Steve with a short, but this will be short, but vital video for free to play and beginners in the game, right? I started off for most of the game, I played for over years. For most of that time, I've been free to play. The only reason why I became pay to play was because of KVK, and I don't see how it's possible to balance that kind of equation unless you pay to play. Well, and at least minimum tiny bit of play to play. And I don't want to be there, but this is where we are, okay? But in otherwise, what is my strategy for you guys? So please like and subscribe because I'm giving you gold. I'm giving you gold. All you need to do is click on the icon, click on subscribe. I will never ask for anything else. That's the contract here, my friend. And let's go. All right, so obviously I've already said before that really what you should be focusing on is the powerful area of effect commanders. Those are the ones that in most scenarios they're going to serve you well. Obviously the Guan Yu's, otherwise known as Huan Yu. Luce, this should go without saying by now. Zhuge Liang, otherwise known as ZL. These are the must-haves. Scipio, Human Prime, definitely not Honda, and Joan of Arc. Right. In terms of everything else, as I've said, in terms of Garrison, the best kind of Garrison or the best kind of city defense is not to be swarmed. Staying on Alliance territory, just thinking ahead about, I wonder if they did burn all those flags. How vulnerable am I going to be? And for some people, very vulnerable, aka burned while you sleep. You just don't want that. You know what I mean? For example, just a very quick one, you might think, oh, they keep on trying to go through that pass. You go to sleep, and you know that, and you go to sleep, and guess what? So do a lot of other people as well. They get through that pass, they burn you through all those flags, as I said, and there's nobody to stay in the way. You know, that's your sleepy boo time, right? And everybody else, they burn through. They know all of a sudden you've lost all your troops and all your resources, and then you got to kind of make up for that. So don't get caught out. Go beyond the past. That's the best. What I'm saying is, no reason to invest, especially gold heads, in a garrison commander. Just don't bother doing it. That's my advice. It'd be better for you if you want to be ahead of the game and you don't want to delay kind of having your power game to have an impact on battle. If you just focus on the commanders that I've said, just focus on those. That's going to take you that's going to take you a long time. I'd say if you're starting off from scratch, and if you're starting off from scratch, obviously, there's also going to be some time for my man here, Richard, and Richard will stay with you in one way or another, right to the end game. Right to the end. I don't usually in battle. I use him with Bobs, but early game, Richard's going to be your best friend. You know what I mean? And the same for everybody else on that kind of level. The other thing which should hopefully go, and I'm only saying this because I've got caught out doing this myself at times. And in terms of those who are kind of a hybrid between, things you can use on the field and things you can use for Garrison, be smart about it. Have your YSGs. He will serve you well until kind of early, late game. Don't worry about it. And I also mentioned about the versatility of a Constantine as well. But just focus on those initial commanders, the area of effect commanders first, because as I say, in terms of events and in terms of enjoying the game and smashing people up, that's what you need, area of effect. Hopefully, it goes without saying that you're not going to be focusing on rally commanders, right? You're not going to be investing in your So I was going to say, let me have a look at him. Where is he? Early game is. Listen, Attila's not a late game commander. You know what I mean? It's obsolete for late game, but early game you might be tempted in Attila or some kind of equivalent. That is not for you as a free to play. Okay? That is not for you as a free to play. Invest in your area of effect. There's only so many gold head commanders, legendary commander sculptures that you're going to have. You can't waste them. The pay to play can. And those who are misguided can, but you need to be optimizing your game. Do not invest in flaming rally commanders. And the way the dead giveaway, if you look to the top right, is if it says conquering, that's not for you. generally not for you. I've seen Attila on the open field early game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was with good reason, but there's definitely less reason now. Now that there's other commanders, the ones I mentioned initially, out there for you to invest your gold heads in. And if Attila's on there, oh my god, I don't see Attila anymore. But if he did, he's going to get smashed up, basically. And that's the advice. So don't invest in rally commanders. Don't invest it overly in garrison commanders. Just be smart about how you go about not getting rallied. Invest in the, the AOE, the power 8OE, as and when they're available in your, whatever the stage you're at. And just keep focused and just enjoy the game like we all do. But don't make the mistakes I made. Don't make those mistakes. Learn from what I've done. Heed these wise words. Heed these wise words. I lost it at the end. Anyway, please like, subscribe. Don't forget that it's Steve and I'm out.